friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. Let's get it. Mama said there'll be days just like this.
Ready? Run from it.
Come on. No enemies, baby. Dallas Cowboys, listen properly. Come on. No enemies from within. Come on. Let's get it. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and and come on, baby. All right. What? Come on. All right. What's good? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for all of those who are watching, depending on what part of the world you are in or on. Cowboy Nation, the name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about this, and I know we went over this already, but I want to point out the valuable part of this conversation to help rule the nation. Shout out to you, D. Swift. Appreciate you. Freddie, appreciate you. Shout out to Ron, and as well as Alpha Mason 8406. The boy said 06 in the house. Okay, David J, appreciate you. They in China too, Law, appreciate you. Yeah. Guam and everywhere, South America, Brazil, we everywhere, baby. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. And shout out to you, Sadiq. What's good with you? I hope all is well. Yeah. Where my guy at again? Where he at in the beginning? Listen properly.
In the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning. In the beginning.
Yeah. What's good with y'all? So I'm so proud of you all that's tuning in to these type of conversation pieces. Want to point out this right here, and I had it up earlier, and now I lost it, but now I found it back, and now I found it, and I lost it again. Bear with me. All right, so this is what happened the other day. Fox caught wind that I was playing their episode, and they were like, "Hey, bro, we manually reviewed your content, and we're gonna have to take it down." So they took down the stream, and then after. Upon further review, they said, okay, he's fair using it. We'll bring it back. So that's how I was able to stay up. They was looking at it like they want a piece of that paper. Shout out to Fox. I'm gonna fill out the application one day. But neither here nor there. Let's go over this valuable piece of information, right? And we'll talk about what the most important part of it that we talked about with the Malik Hooker thing versus Micah Parsons. There should be no versus, by the way. This should be a understanding, whereas, okay, cool. You said this, you felt this, and this was a hypothetically situation that they snipped the part out with the hypothetics, right? And then they only applied the piece of it, whereas they twisted his words and they used it against him. And we are the most fragile fan base in the world because we're hungry. We're hungry, man. When you're starving and hungry, ready for something, to win something, sure, we point fingers. And when you point fingers, you got 3 pointing back at you. Let me know if you don't, so that's just how that goes. And the toxic nature of it, some people agree with Parsons, some people agree with Malik. Some people are neutral. Some people see the bigger picture and say, man, finally, someone said something so that we can get this brought to someone's attention. Not everybody like this that's going on, right? And now we can meet in the middle somewhere on a fair surface leveled ground, right? I'm not thinking that these guys don't want to win. Everybody wants to win. Remember, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? 28 days, Freddie, appreciate you. Or 26 days until Oxnard. Yeah. So everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And you can't make an apple pie with oranges, right? So there's a pathway to greatness. There's a journey that you must do in order to be successful. Newsflash. Success is not a straight and narrow road. It's a lot of peaks, it's a lot of valleys, and you learn more in the valley, right? And we're tired of learning in the valley from what I picked up. It's been 27 to 28 years long, right? So what I'm saying is collectively, if this could be a blessing in disguise, whereas we going into this particular Oxnard, there will be no fanfare of everybody saying it's peaches and creams, but it will be a situation of people looking to see how the interaction goes, seeing what Mike Zim is able to exhibit and exude, right? And those are things that are truth. But every now and then, there will be the enemy. There will be the people that will sow bad thoughts into your team or present a poison fruit for your team, because all they want and their duty and their goal in their mind is to see you fall, is to see the lack of success from you, and that's just how it goes. And you don't have to entertain those individuals, but you can post your thoughts from out, and then you can let people know, hey, this is not phasing me, but there will be people, their whole life mission, their whole life journey, their whole life goal is to shut you down and tear you apart and rip you apart. All of that good stuff. Ultra comballs. Yeah, Dro. Yeah. You got those. But you need them. You need the person to be your enemy. You need the light and you need the darkness. You needed a Barabbas, crucify him. You needed that, for salvation to even be here. You need a person to have the mindset to sully and denigrate, to knock you off of your horse, right? And then you realize I was blinded with the truth. And now the things in the pathway where I was going down, baby, now all of a sudden, woo, I'm on a whole different mission, right? You need that, right? Burger King needed McDonald's. McDonald's needed Burger King, right? So you can have the compare and contrast. In the 80s, the Niners were whooping tail, right? In the 90s, the Cowboys were whooping tail, right? We needed that. I just wish that, my guy, Dwight Clark and them, I wish he would have dropped that ball and Joe Montana wouldn't have threw the ball the way he threw it. But neither here nor there. We need that. And we are the greatest fan base of all times because of it, right? So casually, I'm speaking positivity to you all, right? And it says your source of sports therapy and inspiration. Law Nation Sports, serving sports fans anytime, anywhere, is the perfect way to stay up to date with everything related to sports. That's me. Right? Right? But when I woke up this morning, he woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Hey, the Lord. He didn't let me sleep too late, He did all of that. He woke me up, and he was on time, baby. And there was Dr. Ray, lawyer up Texas, He says, you're a nobody who just has an opinion like nobody else or anyone else, right? Stick to your day job, digging ditches or whatever else you do. Now, if I can dig a ditch, ladies and gentlemen, to help motivate someone, believe it or not, I will be digging a ditch for you all. Because there's no enemies in my mindset, because I know that this ditch will help the next person, right? It will help when the rainwater get going, to alleviate some of the pressures of those who's driving so that the water can go down into the ditch and the lowdown, and it can help someone. If I was a ditch digger, right, I would be the very best ditch digger, right? Let me know if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. So what I'm saying is, don't let the people throw you off kilter of what you do, because the enemy loves to tear you down, rip you apart, and say you're nothing. All right? And that's life too. But it's compare and contrast, right? So there are others that will look at this and say, hey, you are a star, my friend. And look, Lisa, love you, Law Nation with the loves. I appreciate you. Jay said, so happy for you, Law. You know, they probably thought I was James Harden, boycott Jerry Jones. I love this. Hayden says the GOAT. So what I'm saying is, no matter what you post, like I said, I can be posting a picture or a video of me helping the old lady cross the street. There will be some to say, oh, look at Law. Oh, my goodness. Give him the Nobel Peace Prize, man. He helping that old lady. And then there will be somebody that will look into that and say, hey, man, look what he's doing.
Hey! Stop! Thief! Come back, thief!
Hey, he's stealing that lady purse, y'all. Stop him. Stop him. Grab him. Hold him. Yeah, but back to the news topic at hand. What I'm saying was the most important, valuable piece of all of this, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't show the video, but I can play the audio, shout out to them, is what Malik Hooker said about the Zim versus the Dan Quinn. And let me put my music in the background just in case, But I appreciate y'all. And y'all know I love you, He woke me up this morning. Come on with it.
I'm going to get somebody else that said him and DQ are different. He's more like, he going to give you a couple chances to mess up, but if you keep messing up, you can't get it right. I'm going to get somebody else in there. To whereas DQ was more player oriented, to if something couldn't get done right or we kept messing up on something, he would just try to, I guess, level it down to make it easier for everybody to be able to still go out there and do what they was going to do, but it just wouldn't be what he was asking for in that moment.
That was the most valuable piece. The most valuable piece of what Hooker said about the differences. And this doesn't mean that Quinn was trash or he was dirt on the bottom of most people's feet. Just a principle and a philosophy that's different. Just like I said, collectively, the Cowboys got the Cowboys' way of sprinkling raisins on the potato salad. Right? That's a philosophy. That's a principle that will not go away. That's what they like. But Coach Zim got a different type of mindset. He's like this right here.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball!
And he may not even be that anymore. Because reports saying that he's not as aggressive as he used to be. But Mina Kimes, when she talked about this before he retired or what have you, or pretty much ended his time in the National Football League, let me play this audio because this is what she said, about what her research pulled up.
A lot of the reason why I've got the Cowboys 3 is, and maybe I'll regret this, I think Mike Zimmer is a really good defensive coach. The vibes are so bad around this team this offseason.
Appreciate your Lance Bell.
Defensively, so I think that kind of flew under the radar as a really good hire. People remember the end of the Vikings era, but like Mike Zimmer was fired because of the offense. I went back and looked. I was curious because I was remembered how good his defenses were and how interesting they were. And from 2014 through 2019, they were second in just about every metric: points per game, EPA per play, yards per play, etc. Look different from obviously how things have looked in Dallas in terms of all the cover one and dime they play, but I think that's kind of a good thing because I do think this is a unit that needs to evolve. For me,
So, all I'm saying, ain't nothing like a real good time of seeing his defense moving together, grooving together. Yeah. Ain't it right, Tyrone? Appreciate you. Danny, Cowboys, appreciate you with the fire in his name. Shout out to you, Darius, that flip houses. Appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you. So, when we talk about what my guy Hooker was saying in general, it's to the point that it's music to our ears. Listen up.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's the difference for him. And I feel like even these past couple weeks of having this new system and going out there OTAs and doing everything we've been doing, like, you can tell the difference of, I would say, discipline that we're going to be this year. Like, it's like I said, him and D.
So, discipline nature is a major thing, and I echoed this last time I was live. Discipline nature, right? You got to get rid of certain habits in order to achieve certain goals. You got to get rid of certain habits in order to achieve certain goals. Say that one more time. You got to get rid of certain habits in order to achieve certain goals. Law, I want to run the marathon, but I love to smoke cigarettes. You're going to have to get rid of certain habits in order to achieve a certain goal. Law, I love ice cream, strawberry, chocolate, all those things like candy. Hey, you can still eat those things, but in order to achieve a certain goal, you're going to have to get rid of certain things. That's what discipline is. Taz, he says, Law yapping again. Let me know where I'm yapping at. Because if you were wise enough, and don't block them, y'all. Because here's the truth. Some people don't know what's real and what's not. Everything that I said is through life, principles, philosophy. Let those who have ears hear, right? Everything that I said to this point, you can take it to the bank and deposit it. You know, Smoke one for you. Appreciate you so much, man. Your name is entered in again for the drawing to win this helmet. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. He says the Oxnard room better be better than last year. We making sure that 100, baby. Appreciate you, man. Oh, my goodness, man. I appreciate you. Hey, you gonna have me in the Rich Carlton over here, man, reporting live here in Oxnard. What they try to do to us, Law. All of these zombies. Come on, dog. You know, come on.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, that's life, though. You know, at the end of the day, when we speaking high intellectual content or conversations to someone like Taz, to a 2 or 3 year old, they don't understand advanced algebra. They would never understand trigonometry, right? They would never understand when we speaking at a high conscious level, right? But if I had a Crayola box and we were talking to like ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, he'll be cheering on. He'll be clapping, right? he'd be like, yeah, that's the truth. But this is high-end conversation that rules the nation. That's why I can boldly say, yeah, man, there may be other content creators that can do X, Y, and Z things, but they would never be law and walk into the rooms law walk in. And these are not me standing on my chest and beating it, saying that, hey, this is who I am. But everyone have a reason, and results are what matter. If I wasn't no good, then they wouldn't be here, even the enemies, right? So what I'm saying is, collectively, what Malik Hooker said is very much so valuable. And what even Michael Parsons said, to a degree, was very much so valuable. Why? He stated in his tweet that he took down that, dog, you should have had at least called me. But in reality, he could have called Malik. He didn't have to put that back out there to the universe or the multiverse. Right? At the end of the day, he could have had at least called Malik, or Malik could have at least said, hey, it is not the way you think it is. And both of those things are very valid. But what people would like to do is take it and run, right? Eagles golden era says Dallas finishing 7-10. That's more of a hope. That's a dream that you wish that the Cowboys will solidify, right? 7-10. And I feel you. Freddie Morrow says law shouldn't discipline and accountability come from within the players themselves. I mean, these are grown men's after all. Yep. I wish I could play the audio of the video. But Malik Hooker did say, I got to make more plays in prime and pivotal and prime and prominent moments, basically. So the first person to point at themselves was Malik in that particular construction of his thought track during that podcast. So accountability is a major thing. My bad. I did wrong. That's supposed to be me. I'm the leader. I have to be the first one in, the last one to leave. That's how this should go. It starts with me. But here's another thing. You know when I say a new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners? Well, you can squeeze an orange all you want and you will never get apple juice, right? Meaning that the distance traveled for even the youth is not here. You see, the expectations when you put the silver and blue on, since we were a winning franchise, is higher than those that in other franchise. So, for example, when people see upon CeeDee Lamb, they already wanted him to be a veteran wide receiver, year 1, year 2. When people see upon Michael Parsons, they already given him veteran status quo because of the results that he's able to exhibit. At the end of the day, you squeezed him, you're only going to get orange juice. You're not going to get pineapple. You're not going to get apple. You're not going to get those other substances because it's not in him yet. How many years did it took for, look, we can go even back to this analogy that I said a couple of moons ago, you know. And I hope I still got the illustration here. Let me see if it's right here. Nope, that's not it. Oh, that's my mom too, by the way. You know, I don't know how her picture got up in here, but look at it. Look at this sweet smile. May she rest in heaven, you know. I'm trying to find that illustration, and I can't find it, you know. Let me see where I got it at. The illustration that I'm trying to pull up is that it took literally Michael Jordan seven to, well, how many years it took him to win a championship? Can y'all put that down? Yeah, can y'all put that down? How many years did it took Michael Jordan to win a championship? Multiple playoff games to make a deep run. It took him many moves. I had to slide somewhere. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you see people, what they try to do is compare your chapter 2 to their chapter 15. It took them 7 seasons long, yeah. So you couldn't get the 7th season Michael Jordan out of his 3rd season or 4th season, right? Now you can see the potentials in Michael. And that's what I'm saying with even Micah Parsons. And to a degree, that's what Hooker was saying, that, hey, hypothetically speaking, see, they left that part out, that Parsons could be this and he could be that. And that's how that goes. Katrina said, your mom is beautiful. Yeah, you know, yes indeed. There's moms in them. It's weird how they got up in there, though. You know, I got her eyes, I got her smile and everything. Yeah. Well, look, twinning. Twin, where have you been? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Y'all ain't finna make me cry here. You know, listen properly. NDB, get it, baby.
Listen
properly.
In the beginning, yeah. In the beginning.
No doubt. So when we contextualize all of those things, just listen up. One day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick, stack these things together. Everything will work its way out. It will. Also, I want to play this audio because, you know, I got to keep the music going in the back. You know, let me blow it like this. Boom. Bear with me. Got to take this down because I don't want them to come. I don't want Fox to come get me again. Shout out to Fox. Shout out to Keyshawn Johnson. Shout out to him. Here we go. Now, this clip is, and shout out to Martin Talk Cowboys. I'm going to his particular X page or YouTube page. And he talks about Malik Hooker on Dak Prescott as a student of the game in his leadership. So let's listen to it from the beginning. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
I feel like Dak doesn't get enough credit for what he does too, because Dak is a good reason why the offense is successful. Not just because he throws the ball, the way Dak studies, because Dak is very smart. A lot of the stuff Dak does is because of how he studies. Like, yeah, he's gifted and stuff, but Dak's a very smart player. The way he goes about his business, like, Dak doesn't bother nobody, and just the stuff that he's been through as a leader, you know, losing his mom and, you know, his brother and stuff like that, and still being able to come out there and lead these guys as you're going through these trials and tribulations and stuff like that. Like, that's a hard thing to do. I can honestly speak for myself. Like, right. I've dealt with, you know, being in the league and having to go out there and play with a deaf and stuff like that, and you don't feel your best. You really don't even feel like playing. So as a quarterback, you got no choice.
No doubt. You got to find ways to keep moving. Life itself is like a big weight that's on your back. And life is designed that you will always be challenged one way or another. Old folks say either you going into a storm or you coming out of a storm. That means it never stops. Right? It never stops. So what Malik Hooker is saying is that you got to keep your mind going. The moment your mind shuts down, right? It's like a pool of water. When it's not flowing, it becomes stagnant, right? What they say, an idle mind is a what? An idle mind is a devil's workshop, something like that. Let me know. So you got to always study. Now, sometimes you can study and the results may not still be there because you are operating not as an individual, but you're operating as a multi-level team. You got 11 on offense, you got 11 on defense. You got 53, I think it's 46 active day guys, right? And then you got your coaching staff. Those guys may have an off day, right? Those guys may have bad moments. But as an ultimate motivator, as a leader, when people say, hey, take me to your leader, you can't have bad days. There have been multiple times where it's even sitting in this seat, like, oh man, I'm down, man. Oh man, that task comment, man, it took me out, man. It hurt my heart. Oh man, Eastside Harold, man, he's getting at me. I'm just joking. I would never let you guys take my control of my mind like that, but I'm just using this as an example, by the way. And you don't want to talk, but then you get to start talking. Then there's a Sadiq that say, hey, Law, I'm here for you. There's a John who would send me messages throughout the day. Hey, man, I just saw your video. I wanted to call in, but I couldn't. I had to go through this. But, man, keep going. You motivated me. There's a Lance Bell that will reach out and say, hey, man, keep going, Law. Here's some stars, right? There's a Walter Miller, right? There's a Sean Fay. There's people that will continue to push you and elevate you. And then you would just shake those bad moments off and keep moving. Auntie will be sitting in the chat. Say, come on, go nephew, go nephew. Yeah. And that is what life is all about. Right? And it's multi-tiered levels to that. And that's what Malik Hooker is saying basically, right? Shout out to Marcus, shout out to Ron, shout out to Martin Talk Cowboy, shout out to Adam. Yeah, and shout out to Leon Ware, you know. So as we begin to talk, I may not met one of you guys before, we might not know each other, but collectively, me being on this YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, you guys get to know Law, right? Y'all get to say, hey, man, I know that guy. Let me continue to elevate and motivate, even though he's elevating and motivating me, right? Shout out to Gil. That's all we got. The Law is always motivational. At the end of the day, that's all we got, baby. Yeah. Somebody was like, hey, man, Law gonna twist this around, man. Yeah. He gonna twist it into some positivity. That dude said, hey, man, even the trash can get a steak. Man, I'm going to leave Law alone, man. Yeah. Shout out to J. Jones. Appreciate you.
You got no choice. He's going out there and doing it at a high level, you know. So I got high praise for Dak, too. But I say CD. I put probably Dak second. I'll put Zach. And then Mike got weight, man. He's still young dog, man.
No, I fuck with Dak though. I like Dak. A lot of people don't like him. Me, he's one of my top 5-6 quarterbacks in the league. I don't give a damn what nobody say because I played with 18 different QBs, so I know what they look like. You can't fool me and you can't give me a bunch of pump fake. I know what it is.
And for those who don't know, let me see if I can pull that interview up, man. Keyshawn Johnson is funny. He's very funny dude, man. Yeah, and I ain't talking about Pride Month funny, but he's funny though, man. And he's very how can I put this? He's a guy that when he played for the boys, we was like, hey man, you know, but he made some pivotal catches, you know. But at the end of the day, that's a funny dude, man. Let me see if I can find this clip, man. If I can find it real quickly, it'll be good for us, man, because I want to play this clip. Come on, Law. Come on, can you find the clip? Oh, my goodness, I can't find the clip. Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me see.
Think about it. If you...
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Think about it.
if you had a point guard passing you the ball with a second to go on the clock and you trying to shoot,
Dude, funny, man.
you're all off. That's how it was for me with quarterback. Best one I ever had was Vinny Testaverde by far. And when I got Vinny was 1,000 years old when I got him. Vinny might have been 37 at the time that I got him. Then I got him a second time in Dallas. Motherfucker had to be 40 something. I never started a season with the same quarterback and ended with that dude except 1 year. Even when I had Brad those 2 years, Brad wasn't there consistently. He was in and out, in and out, in and out. Two people that I would trade my career for. Two. Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin. And I had Sean King and Brad Johnson.
Come on, man. Come on, Keisha. There's a million. I don't think there's ever been millions of football players in this world, but there's millions of football players would trade their careers for Jerry Rice, the all-time leader in all of the stats as it relates to playing that wide receiver spot. You know, when you think of Jerry Rice, you think of wide receiver, right? And then Michael, the playmaker Irvin, who I believe, who was just as good. And don't shank me with that butter knife, y'all. Don't shake me with that butter knife. He's just as good as Jerry Rice. Think about it. He had his demons and everything, and I'm talking about, Michael Irvin. He just didn't focus only on football during his career. Jerry, he was just a noble citizen, you know what I'm saying? But we talking about the playmaker who had the White House over here in Dallas. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just what it is. He was just as good. Come on with it. Come on, playmaker. Where you at? Yeah.
Let me crack your cranium.
Yeah.
Fertilize your brain. Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
Yeah. There's thousands of other wide receivers that would love to trade their careers to those two right there. Come on, Keys.
Back and ended with that dude except 1 year. Even when I had Brad those 2 years, Brad wasn't there consistently. He was in and out, in and out, in and out. Two people that I would trade my career for. Two. Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin. And I had Sean King and Brad Johnson, Rob Johnson and Brad Johnson, Quincy Carter with Dallas. So, I had them. I got to Dallas. I started with Quincy Carter. Then they bring me Vinny. Vinny, he looked like you. He got gray beards and shit. So
Old as shit.
Old as hell, but he was still good. Then I had Drew Henson. Then I had Drew Bledsoe. Then I leave there. I go to Carolina. In 1 year, I played with 4 different quarterbacks in Carolina. In 1 year. Think about it.
That dang old Keys, man. He's funny, man. D1 says, Hickman says he got Moss over Rice. I want you to quantify. I think it was 1987, Jerry Rice. What he did in that year, and I think they only played 12 games or such. I want you to just look up that year. And that record still, I think that record's still up there. Dude had, 23, 24 touchdowns? Something of that nature. Was it 1987 or was it 86? 87, I believe. Look up that year. Yeah. Look, there's not a football player that did those type of numbers. Not even Moss. But I give it what you saying, though. Yeah. But Randy Moss, if he ever had a Joe Montana or Steve Young or to a degree Troy Aikman throwing him a ball, I think that he would have shattered some stuff. He had Cunningham, Dante Culpepper, and a few other quarterbacks. But his best, he had Tom Brady one year. He made Tom Brady. Brady was dropping back, slinging that thing, boy. We was looking at it like Chico, bro. Because he was literally looking like he was washed up in Raiders land, right? Who remember that? Who's old enough to remember that? And then the Patriots got him for cheap, and we were sitting there like, hey, there go the Patriots again. Always figuring out ways to finagle and finesse. And he was lights out. He'll catch a touchdown and do like this. Yeah. Glenn Capers, man, appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate your name is entered into the drawings to win his helmet. And I would love to see you, dog, in this helmet right here. Hope that when we do the will of law, your name will be selected amongst the others. All right, so he says they don't make them like Keys, Sean, anymore. He's an Irvin where definitions of physical receiver, third and fifth on the quick slant money. Yeah, equals money, yeah. Yeah. The last person who played like Keyshawn was, and of course they looked a whole lot better. Alshon Jefferson, I think he played for the Plexico Burris, was like a Keyshawn, was a little bit better. Alshon Jefferson, I think he played for the Eagles. You can put in Michael Thomas to a degree. These guys played like a Keyshawn. What's the kid that played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers now? What's his name from Texas A? Roy Williams. Yeah. I'm talking about the high point catch the ball. Yeah. Moss was like Keyshawn with wheels though. Mike Evans. Yeah, appreciate you, Pete. Yeah, Keys was good. Keys was good for what he was, for what he is, for what he was. He wasn't a burner. He wasn't a speedster. He high point the ball and bring it down. He throw me the damn football. Yeah. Dez played extremely better than Keyshawn, in my opinion. Dez can give you Keyshawn jumping ability with Yak. And he was a better bang 8 route runner than Keys. Keys post, skinny post, red zone target. Yeah. I think that Keys would have been even more explosive as far as his numbers if he had better quarterbacks, for real. Calvin Johnson. Yeah, man, wide receivers, man, possession wide receivers. Give me those, man. I love possession wide receivers. We can argue right now that we don't have one right now in Cowboys land. Do we? Like, Jalen Brooks right now is a poor man's Keyshawn Johnson right now. Poor man's, right? We don't have a possession wide receiver. If we really look into it. Like, I like CeeDee Lamb. I like what he can do from inside the slot, but he's not that X wide receiver that going to continue, that you could just drop back and just throw him the fade ball and come down with it. Yeah. I don't see us having one. I don't think Jalen Tolbert, he gave us a few sparks here and there, but he's not aggressive as it relates to attacking that ball while it's in the air. Jalen Brooks right now, and maybe Ryan Flournoy are the Cowboys' only two guys that I can say that's on this roster. And watch, I'm going to go out to the Oxnard. One of them watching this video say, hey, I heard you talking about me, man. Yeah, but yeah, Ferguson will be the guy that I'll throw the 50-50 ball to. I think I got a video on him. One of them, shoot. Ferg went and got that thing. Let me see if I got that video. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. It's one of these, man. I got to label my videos better. I don't have it right here. I got to label my videos better. Let me see. I think it's this one right here, though. Y'all bear with me. Boy, Ferg went and got that thing, man. That's Parsons' video. I don't have it. I can't find it on the fly, but man, that's why I need if I had what you call that dude, a producer, they'll be able to spit that video in there. Here it is, right here. Boom. Ferg, go get that thing. Go watch Ferg. Yeah, in between three. And that was Dak Prescott problem. He should have just targeted Ferg all day. They keep middle field open. It's open for that split second. Just go Ferg. And then when they get middle field closed and they start working the other angles, then you can hit up Lamb. That's what I would have did against him. But Ferg had about 3 touchdowns in this game, even though it was a blowout. Ferg, man, when Dak said, oh, snap, Ferg is killing them, man. Let me just attempt to throw it to Ferg, man. Ferg go out there. You go grab that ball, YouTube is tripping on the notification rail. Appreciate you, man. Don't forget about James Washington. Speaking of that, salute to PrizePicks, man, for all that they do over here. Be sure to download PrizePicks. Use promo code LAW, and what they would do, 100% of your deposit match up to $100. They even have already pre-selected picks from a promotion aspect of it to protect your plays, as well as, for example, you can submit your lineup using these pre-picks from what they already have and go with it, more or less. And especially if you don't know the sport like that, you can put down 20, right? I'm gonna put down 20, and let's see what we can do with this, man. You know, let's see if I can submit this lineup if it's not too late, and we'll share it. We'll share it with you all. Boom. There we go. And that could be your prize pick selections. And they got fantasy scores. They saying that Alex will be less than 113 and Anthony will be more than 36.5 significant strikes. And here we go. I'm going to share it with you all for those who follow along with my prize picks. I appreciate y'all so much for your support. And thanks for prize picks for being in the mix. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, download prize picks. Get your first deposit match up to $100. Let's get it. DC for life. Appreciate you. Mo, I see you, man. I see you, man. So, with that being said, today is Saturday. Normally, you know, we got a severe heat advisory, 102 degrees in the Dallas, Texas area. Thank God for AC in this beautiful studio that we are in right now. So, there was a lot of people say, hey, Law, we got this day party for you, man. We want to invite you out to early Saturday morning. But they got a Lamborghini show and everything. I was like, hey, I'm going to kick it with fam. And I hope that you guys are kicking it with your significant family as well. Be safe out here. I just wanted to share those clips with you guys on Listen Up Properly, or Listen Properly. That's a better way to say it. There shouldn't be any strife or any fights between Malik Hooker and Michael Parsons. There shouldn't be, shout out to you, Asmodeus, appreciate you. There shouldn't be anything of whereas these boys don't like each other. And trust and believe. What I'm thinking is that you guys remember before Trayvon Diggs went down and he called Dak Prescott the B word and all of that stuff? Baby, I'm going to tell y'all, I love every bit of it. I love offense versus defense. See, y'all don't like it because of the way they kind of twisted on the 3-ladder to 4-ladder network, but I love it. Dak Prescott that day torched the defense. 12 consecutive touchdowns in a row. And on the 13th time, they finally made a little stop. Shout out to you, Lance B, man. Appreciate you for the 25. Your name is also entered in to the drawings, even though you submitted it via Cash App. If you submit Cash App, your name is in there too. But, man, I love it, y'all. I love it. So I want this competition to be heavy. I want these boys to be offense versus defense. That's the only way we can get it. I don't want us to be so lovely between the two, offense and defense. I remember Josh Allen getting into it with his defensive players. Not many people talked about it. I remember the year that Cam went at it with Josh Norman. You know what I'm saying? You remember they got into a fisticuff. They made it all the way to the Super Bowl that year. I like that type of stuff, man. And y'all play ball, y'all like that stuff. But as long as these boys take that aggression and is control. Like, we don't want to see a bald fist swinging at a helmet, for crying out loud, Michael Parsons. We don't want to see that because we need you for the season. We want these boys. I'll never forget, we were playing pickup basketball. Me and my brother, the twin maker, and my other brother, Kelly, we were playing basketball, and two cousins were the opposing team, and two cousins and a brother. So both of the brothers, after we whooped they they started to fight each other. I'm talking about fisticuffs, fighting, real fight. Moving around, blood gushing and everything type of fight. When you hear this right here, and somebody hitting the ground and yeah. Where my guy at? Wop, 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 wop. It was really like one of those.
Wop, 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 wop. That come up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff.
That boy was like training day. Yeah. And then one of the people from the sidelines went to try to break it up. the two brothers that was fighting each other stopped fighting each other and started fighting him. I was in there like, hey, you should have left well enough alone. That's just how sometimes things are, right? I'm like, dog, them dudes are fighting each other, the brothers. Then the dude from the outside tried to break them up, and they stopped fighting each other and started fighting him. And I truly believe, I'm not condoning any violence in YouTube, and Facebook. But what I'm saying is sometimes you need that feistiness, And I want us to be so eager to erase the Green Bay stuff off of us, because it's filthy Green Bay stuff all over us, man. Erase that, wipe that down, fight each other hard. And then when the Rams come to Oxnard, that is going to be.
Dad, come on. I'm going to do my stuff.
Yeah. Sadiq says, Lord Brunson is loving the interview between Keyshawn and Malik. He made a video about it. Yeah, man. And I'm intrigued to know what he said, Sadiq. Is he agreeing with Malik, or is he agreeing with Micah Parsons? Like, I need to know. yeah. Shout out to Lord Bronson, man. One of the better Eagles content creators out there. Yeah. Bland gonna be shutting down Puka Nacua in Cup. Ooh.
Dad, come on. I'm going to do my stuff.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Enjoy y'all Saturday. And we will be back for another episode, maybe tonight if some crazy news break. Also, or tomorrow. Or, stay tuned. Hit the notification bell. Right? And join me on all of the platforms. Not just this one. We everywhere, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok till you don't stop. X app or Twitter, because we still say, hey man, he tweeted me, you know what I'm saying? You don't say he X'd me. That's kind of, Chanel says Green Bay game was a misnomer. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you guys. Oh, let me tell y'all something. The movie that I went to go see the other day, A Quiet Place. They dropped day one. They dropped the ball, man. Lapita and all of them, they dropped the ball on that movie. I like Quiet Place 1 and 2. They dropped the ball on this third one. Sometimes it can be so good, you just leave it alone. Create another concept. Yeah. They dropped the ball. Whereas you got to be quiet. And if you make some noise, these little aliens, they come get you. The craziest part of it, they can't swim. Shoot, I'd have fooled around and got me a swimming pool and got me this is my rifle, this is my gun. I'd have had some target training over there. They can't swim. Them doggone aliens, they can't swim. I said, where the Marines at, man?
I'm gonna do my stuff.
Where the Air Force at, man? Come on, man. We ain't that terrible. Yeah. But overall, man, still a good movie if you just want to kill some time. A Quiet Place is the name of the movie, though. That's what I saw the other day. Yeah. Here it is right here. I said they dropped the ball, man. They made it about her than the actual movie, though. But shoot. I would have had me a slingshot in in a pool of water. But ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all for the fires. Appreciate y'all for the desire. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to say this in closing. Mama said. And departed. Can you give me that quote again? Yeah, I got you, Mom. And it's all about heart, soul, and sinew and the determination of your mind. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and all that you dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat forward, fret forward, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your desire, heart, soul, and sinew. And if you would simply go after the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
Please come home.
Yes, indeed. Come on home. What else you got? I got beans and bologna. Let's go, baby.
Damn.
Let's get it.
Give me my theme music.
All right. We about one love, baby. Thank all of you all. Hey, shout out to you, Sugar Williams. Member for 29 months, Silver Level 1. Appreciate you. Hey. Yo, smoke one for you. Salute. Glenn Capers. Let's get it.
Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the cent, got blues inside.
If we offended anyone, listen closely. Listen closely to this. If we offended anyone, charge it to our head, beard, but not our hearts, baby. Come
Still
on.
the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty.
Hey.
You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Hey.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel.
Lately, I just wanna
run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song.
Oh, snap. I thought I saw an Eagle fan in here.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's the better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
Wop, Dak, come on. I'ma do my stuff. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down the whole time. I
for the hard fight they did.
Let's go, birds fly, eagles fly. Still Super Bowl champ.
BBL Monte, BBL Monte, baby. Hey, y'all crazy, man. Let me get on up out of here, man. And hey, play me my other theme music. Come on. Let me know if y'all get tired of that one. We about one love. Salute. Peace.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in, yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. Don't let the street lights get you all alone.
It's an evil world we live in.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Consistency is the key, ladies and gentlemen. Be consistent on all or anything that you do. Even if you are a ditch digger, be the best out there. A lawn man. Be the best lawn man. A barber. Be the best barber. Yeah.
7 more and another one.
And another one. Come on.
I think you was the one I loved. 7 wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be your player too?
I follow. Come on.
Wherever you go,
Let me crack your cream, fertilize your brain.
player too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper
Well, what I'm
crane
saying
can
is
fly,
that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
so
Get
far,
them zombies up out of
so
here.
far.
Get back.
If a paper crane
Get back.
can fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Them zombies up out of here. Yeah. Tell them zombies to lean forward. Somebody said, hey, play this one. I got you, man. I got you, man. I got you, bro. Because it is what it is.
See, when you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're going to have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning. I want to get mine out the mud.
Come on with it.
I want mine out the dirt. I don't want no handouts. I don't want no celebrity to co-sign me.
Right.
And somebody to see me in the street and say, I remember when such and such put you on. No.
You ain't lying.
It may sound harsh, but I'm going to beat myself up so the world can't beat me up.
Yeah.
Because the world is a cruel place. It can be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. Once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. What else I got to conquer so I can get to the next level? What else? There's always going to be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. Wow. So it ain't like, why me? It's like, why not me? Let's do it.
Come
the
on,
flowers don't chase the bees. The flowers just are.
Hit that cool good.
That's where the guts went. Just dropped them.
That doggone David Chappelle, man. All right, y'all. One love. Until next time. Salute.
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Yeah, depend on you. If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.